Yo, what's up guys, Nandra here, welcome to another video. So for this video I'm going to be talking about Ephemera, Angelic Slacker. So, there's recently been a lot of uproar about this card, asking for it to get nerfed. There's been some people who've been defending it, some people who, who've been middle defense people, and of course, some people who don't know what's going on. So this video is more so aimed at the people who don't quite know what's going on. So for Ephemera, she kind of agitates the balance between going first and going second. Just because if you go first, especially as a deck that can go very, very wide, like for example Sword, which plays a lot of white weenie creatures that, like small tokens that just kind of come out and just kind of, flood the board. And that if you have multiple of these creatures going first, the Ephemera just comes out, and effectively the Ephemera is a massive up to 4 damage storm unit that stays in stealth. That's ridiculous. It lets you do a lot of very, very crazy things, just because for me the way I look at it is I see it as essentially an unlimited ping works, because it augments when you go face or when you trade. So effectively it's like saying that your creature got an additional ping, or basically like saying that all of your creatures effectively have permanent, have a one-way woodland brambles effect. There we go, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, essentially a woodland brambles effect, but it can go face, and it can also be used to trade. Well, used to make trades for you, not for your opponent, or not when your opponent's trading into you. Now this card is very, very good because again, you just push in so much damage, and the crazy thing is that you can compare it to, say, that of Wind God from the standard set. However, unlike Wind God, this has stealth, so automatically protects itself, and essentially just it gives your entire board an aura effect. Aura effects are very, very powerful. Like we've seen in the past, it was stuff like, say, Guardian Sun, or stuff like say now with all the emblem effects that we get from that of Caraboss, from that of Jormungand, and from that of Heresy's Avatar. But unlike all of these creatures, she comes out a few turns earlier, can attack herself, is just a very, very annoying threat, and it just basically amplifies the amount of damage that you'd be doing anyway. Now, when it comes to one damage pushes, plus or minus 1, it's a little bit hard to quantify when it will and won't matter, just because there are a lot of different game states they can find yourself in. However, for the game states where you see her in effect, she is absolutely terrifying, because looking at current cards in the metagame right now, so just say Round Table, the Round Table ordinarily does 4 to 6 damage, which is already that's a lot. That's a lot for 5 mana, because it effectively drew you 2 cards, because it pulled them out from your deck, put them into play. They both have storms, so they can go face, they can trade, they can do whatever, and that's already a lot. But then with the Ephemera, it goes from 4 to 6 to a 6 base to possibly 8 or more if you have multiple Ephemeras in play. Now, I had a game earlier where I went double Ephemera, and the only thing stopping me from killing my opponent on 6 was that I happened to pull out the second Juliet. But if I had actually had the second Juliet in the deck, my opponent would have died, because he would have eaten a whopping 12 damage from 2 units before the other 2 units attacked, and I believe only one of the units was going to be evolved. That was ridiculous. But yeah, so the game I'm going to show you guys today is a game where I played it versus Guardian Sunhaven, ironically enough, and the Ephemera is actually enough to let me win a game. Even though I actually misplayed slightly, but yeah, it's gonna be enough to win me the game, just because it manages to push through every single thing that my opponent makes, which is also another huge thing. Because it's not say a clash effect or anything like that. No, because it only works because it just works whenever you attack. It makes trading into wards a hell of a lot easier, because ordinarily wards destroy aggro sword. If you go Unica into Grimnir into say yet another ward on 4, you probably win that game. It usually doesn't matter that much if you go first or second, just if you can like play out all of those wards. However, in the case of Ephemera, you don't get to just like you suddenly lose the ability to answer what it is that they're doing to you as correctly, because one, you fall into the inherent weakness of wards, and then your opponent gets to decide how they want to deal with your ward and not you. And then you run into the other weakness of most wards in the game don't actually do anything on the turn that they come out, and that's kind of big. So let's go and hop into the game. So like I said, it was a kind of sloppy game on my part because I made a really crucial misplay. Well, it is and isn't a misplay, but like for me, I still felt like it was a misplay overall. Alright, so right off the bat, I'm going first. Now, obviously, I do have games where I've gone like second with the second. It's been like ridiculous, but like those, I guess I could share that game because I believe I still have it. Yeah, so I get the Ephemera, I get the Opus Knights, so all I need is a 3-drop now, and I'll be good. I pick up the Albert as well, so that means I have a lot of damage coming out. Now he is Haven, so I already know he's not going to be playing stuff like, say, Angelic Sniper or anything like that, and the only thing I have to do is just dodge wards. If I dodge wards, I'll be fine. Again, I have the Opus Knights here. I'm just gonna go face and just be annoying for my opponent. If he's playing Star Torrents, that'll also be good, so I have to dodge that as well, but that's fine. Alright, so now here he plays with the Beast Call. I pick up the Princess Vanguard. Now, picking up the Princess Vanguard was actually very, very huge because, like, I was very, very terrified of if he played out, what's it called? If he played out Temple Defender, because if he played out Temple Defender here, I have to get rid of 2 of my dudes in order to get through the Temple Defender, and that's after I played the Ephemera, so I'm not gonna be able to accomplish anything. But here, I have the nut draw. I have the 5 creatures on turn 3. He's at 14. He can only clear 1 of these. I have the Ephemera, so I have the nut draw going on here. Now, the only thing that the Ephemera lets me do is just, is that right now it just lets me end the game faster. But here, when he plays with the Guardian Sun, I'm like, oh shit. and as you see here, I misplayed because I wasn't expecting him to play out the Guardian Sun. I was expecting him to have removal spell, which is why I also played out the Goblin. But if I hadn't, he would have eaten a whopping 4 more damage. So let's see, he's taking 4 this turn, so he would have taken 8 damage. He would have been down to 5 on turn 4 from this Ephemera. Wow. I also would have had 5 creatures in play, and he can't actually interact with all of them, so he would have died. Well, he would have died on his turn 5. But here he goes Dogma. Now this Dogma was very, very terrifying for me because now he has a 4 HP ward. A 4 HP ward that's about to become 6 HP. I mean, thankfully I had the Albert, but this is the start of me almost falling behind, like, because I need to be able to answer and make a threat each and every turn, because if I don't, he's going to be able to play a ward, and eventually I'm not going to be able to get rid of these wards, and when that happens, I'm going to die. Like, right now, like, his HP doesn't matter. What matters is, can I make something that'll actually, like, live through this ward. Like, for example, if he has, say, what's it called there, or sorry, if he has Ancient Lion Spear here, I lose. I should just lose. Like, however, if I had played out the Ephemera like I was supposed to the last turn, he would actually be dead right now. Like, so even though his deck is trying to counter my deck, he's still about to die. But here, he was Marcher's Tea Time. Now the Marchers is good because it gets to clear up my Albert, which I was going to try to use to dent one of his wards. But it's too late. Like, the damage is done, because now when I pick up the Palace Spencer, I now just get to go Ephemera to buff my Taji, evolve the Palace Spencer. Ordinarily, the Palace Spencer would not actually be able to get through this, and the Palace Spencer would not be able to get through this, and I would have to throw in the Opus Knight as well in order to get through the ward, but even then, he would still be alive at 2. However, as you can see here, the Ephemera was effectively a three damage storm and rush combined in one very, very gross and very, very cute package. So now you get to see me push through it. He takes 3 from the Taji, he takes 2 from the Oath Knight, and is exactly dead. Again, it wouldn't have even come to this if I just played out the Ephemera the turn before. So on to the next game. So I'm pretty sure it's this game, but I didn't actually double check before I started recording. So unfortunately, if I get it wrong, I'm sorry about that. Alright, so again, I'm going for some already in, you know, oh, oops, wrong deck. My bad, sorry about that, wrong deck. Alright, so again, I'm going for some versus D-shift now. I believe I was debating as to whether or not to keep this round table, because like keeping the round table is very, very powerful versus D-shift. And make no mistake, it's 100% D-shift. But I believe, yes, I do keep it, and thankfully I pull off the Ephemera as well. And unfortunately, I've already pulled out a Juliet, so this is actually very, very bad, and now I need to dodge pulling out the other 2 Juliets in order to like make this round table not a dead card. But here, I pick up second Ephemera, I'm like, oh god, because now I essentially have the nut draw. Like, if I go ahead and I play the Ephemera, he needs to be able to play out a ward, because he either needs to play out a ward, or he has to be playing Secrets of Erasmus in order to not get bopped. So I just go and go Juliet, I go and hit him in the face for 3. Now again, he did actually misplay. You're okay, I lied, not misplay. He actually got it correct, I'm sorry. He got it correct, and he actually killed the correct unit. You always kill the 1/1 because the 1/1 can acquire more buffs. It can only acquire, you know, 1 more buff, but that's always very, very relevant. Now here, I'm just gonna play out the Ephemera. I just gonna bop him in the face for 2. And now next turn, I'm going to play out the second Ephemera. I play out the second Ephemera, and that means that every single storm unit I have deals 2 more damage now. That's a lot of damage. Like, because he's D-shift, I know that he doesn't play any wards. Like, the only possible ward that he can play is the Golem Assault, and that's only 1 ward, and I can just easily get through it, and I can still do the exact same thing that I was going to do the last turn, just all over again. So again, here I'm just going to play up the second Ephemera. I won't play up the Vanguard, but I will actually pre-evolve this Ephemera just because I know on the next turn he's going to die. So let's go and pause right here. So here at the moment, including the Evo right now, sorry, including both Evos, because again, I'll be attacking next turn. I currently have 4 plus 4, so that's 8. Plus 4, and then you also factor in the plus 2. So I currently have 16 damage. 16 damage that he can't actually do anything with, and I'm an aggro deck, and all of this is either stealth or it's in storm. Yeah, I guess pretty, you know, fun and interactive, right? Like, so he just goes and does D-shifty things. I don't need to care, because again, the only thing that matters is if I can dodge drawing the second Juliet. If I can dodge drawing the second Juliet, I'll be fine. If I can't, then, you know, that's going to be awkward. So I do draw it, and I'm just going to go round table. I use the round table here because I don't want to draw the second one, and because this way I have guaranteed storm. I have guaranteed lethal if he can't actually do anything. So again, the 2 Ephemeras are threatening to deal 4 damage by themselves. Well, 4 damage apiece. And then any storm unit I draw does more damage, and that's kind of gross. Like I don't have Evos, but now every single unit I pick up will deal anywhere from 4 to 5 to, in some cases, 6 damage. Like that's gross. Like that's so gross. Damn. So the overall point that I'm trying to get to is that, like, while yes. Alright, well, yes, Ephemera isn't actually, you know, isn't completely what's like, you know, breaking sword. It is part of the problem. Now, I don't know for sure if it's as big if it's as big of a problem as people make it out to be, just because it's a catalyst effect, or as my boy Spire or as my boy Spire Wrecker said, she's like the drug dealer. Oh god, he's gonna be so mad that I quoted him on that. But yeah, like she's like the drug dealer in that like she takes what it is that they're already doing, and she just like makes it so much better. Just because as you saw in my first game, I was able to push through a 5 HP ward with a 2-drop while also not losing damage. Like that's gross. But yeah. If you enjoyed the video, go and leave a like, go and hit the subscribe button, let me know what you think about Ephemera down in the comments below. Now, I'll probably be making a separate video for that of Staircase of Paradise. If you haven't already figured it out now, these are probably cards that I definitely think have a very, very strong chance of getting nerfed at the end of this month. So, you know, be on the lookout for that. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.